Welcome back to our series, where we explore some of the most intriguing stories from the history of Indian politics. If you missed our first episode, which featured a fascinating tale from 1977, be sure to check it out through the link in the description below. In today's episode, we bring you another story that perfectly encapsulates the political courtesy and respect that once defined Indian politics. This anecdote was narrated by Kamal Nath, a leader of the Indian National Congress, during an interview with Jyotiraditya Scindia, the very person who would later play a role in toppling Kamal Nath's government in Madhya Pradesh. The year was 1980. Kamal Nath had just been elected as a member of parliament for the first time. The Indian parliament was then filled with remarkable personalities, political luminaries and scholars, and among them was Mr. Biju Patnaik, a legendary figure in Indian politics. Biju Patnaik, described by Encyclopedia Britannica as a World War II aviator, anti-British freedom fighter, and commercial airline entrepreneur, had transitioned into a respected political leader and reformer of Odisha. Some consider him to be a myth in himself. In 1980, Biju Patnaik represented the Janata party in the Lok Sabha. The party was in a precarious position. During the emergency, the Janata alliance rode a wave of public anger against Mrs. Indira Gandhi, securing a landslide victory in 1977. However, India's first coalition government struggled to maintain stability and could not complete its 5-year term. After just over 2 years, Indira Gandhi made a triumphant return to power. The Congress Party captured 351 out of 529 seats in the Lok Sabha, winning more than 2/3 of the House. The dark shadow of the emergency was overshadowed by Mrs. Gandhi's spectacular comeback. Amid this political shift, Biju Patnaik was one of the few opposition members remaining in the House. Kamal Nath, a newcomer to the parliamentary scene, was understandably nervous as he prepared to give his maiden speech. A significant moment for any new MP, traditionally met with silence and respect from other members. Halfway through his speech, Kamal Nath was suddenly interrupted. Biju Patnaik, known for his tall and imposing presence, stood up. The entire House turned to see what was happening, and a tense silence filled the hall. Speaker Balram Jakar addressed the interruption. "Yes, Mr. Patnaik." With a polite tone, Biju Patnaik said, "I am sorry, but I really need to step out for something important that had been pre-scheduled. I wanted your permission to leave the House and attend to the same." The Speaker quickly granted permission, but Mr. Patnaik wasn't done. He then turned to Kamal Nath and, with everyone watching in breathless anticipation, said, "Mr. Kamal Nath, I need your permission as well to leave the House." As a young 30-something novice parliamentarian, Kamal Nath was stunned and speechless. Why would someone of Mr. Patnaik's stature need his permission to leave the House? After a brief pause, he hurriedly responded, "Well, of course, Mr. Patnaik, certainly. Why would you even need my permission? Please, sir, go ahead." With a gentle nod, Biju Patnaik replied, "Indeed, I need to take your permission today. This is your maiden speech, and no one should have interrupted it. Since I am unintentionally disrupting that speech, I need your permission to kindly allow me to leave the House." Kamal Nath readily agreed, and with that, Mr. Patnaik thanked him and gracefully exited the House. This story, almost 44 years old, feels like a glimpse into another era, another India, where respect and political courtesy reigned supreme. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more about the remarkable history of Indian politics, subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more captivating tales.